Starting the stream. We're playing more Factorio. I have once again failed to remember to change the game audio source before the stream. Go here. Okay. Okay. We left off. I wanted to move this. I wanted to move this to a closer to the water, because we're gonna need a lot of water for. I don't know. I just don't want to drag a giant pipe all the way over here. It'll look prettier if I can build it down there. I wish I had drones so bad. I almost timed it right. So we need to get petroleum set up. And sulfur. We need to get sulfuric acid set up so that we can make stuff out of that. I think we can set plastic up right now as well. I think. Or like a blue whale outside or some shit? What am I hearing? Probably gonna need to expand at least our iron mine soon. I think our copper mine's basically untapped right now. Okay. Get all that cleared out. Okay. I don't know. Might as well do this much flow, right? Because that's what we're picking here is just how much oil we want to have being made. It's not like miners where I have to worry about the max throughput of the belt. Right. This side. There we go. Wait, how come that one? What? Oh, I see why. There's a tree there. So many pipes. But we already know this gives us like so much oil. Like I'm just gonna rebuild this stuff that if I'm rebuilding it anyways as soon as we get advanced oil processing, then I don't need to build it like super perfect. Um Dang, we need one more. Gotta connect all these up. We'll do it here, here, and then just put a line there. Okay. Might as well build this like right there. See, like, look how fast this thing fills up. We just put it down and it's already... Fish! Yeah. Kinda what I remembered. These things got buffed in the space update, and they're kinda nuts. Actually, I think right there will be, like, potentially perfect? I don't know. Let's start with just 5. gas power station is almost done. Science production tanked for some reason. Are you serious? Oh my goodness. This is tragic. We have to go all the way around. I wish Squeak Through worked on modern versions. So I want to... What a check? Okay. We just refilled our water too. Yummy cold water. Okay. Why? Ah. We're out of wooden tech cards because we just are. They're just that slow. Okay. Nice. Okay, whatever. We have our oil now. What did we go up here for? I don't know. We have the underground pipe now, so I don't even have to go all the way around anymore. I gotta do it like right here. Okay. Where are the oil refineries? Yeah, I think this is right. Actually, I want these two a little bit away. Never mind, it's all getting turned into the same thing, because we don't have advanced oil processing yet. And you just plug oil in. Oops. Okay. Power line. Oh, we gotta do it on everyone. And want another big ol' container. I just had a thought in my head. I don't anymore. Okay, so sulfur is water and petroleum. Plastic is coal and petroleum. They both take the same amount, right? No, one takes... That's what the 2 to 3 was. This is for sulfur, and this is for plastic. What do they get made in? A chemical plant. And we'll do like How long does it take to make it? 5 for each. Let's go grab some pipes while we wait for all this to craft. Oh, sick. We just unlocked red circuits. That's perfect, because that's where this was going. Means we also need to get sand figured out, though. Can we make the car yet? No, I think that's through... There we go. We'll queue up the car so that we can go exploring easier. And go find some... Oops. 4, 5, you are... Sulfur... Which, of course, wants to be weird. We need underground pipes. There. That's how that has to work. And then these guys can go like that. And then we can go like that. And... oh shit. Like that. And now we have the petroleum, or no, sulfur, not petroleum. Now, sulfur. We can go like this. Now we've got a double belt. And then we'll do the same thing down here real quick. Except a little bit different. Go like that. 3, 4, 5. And the input belt is gonna have to go right here. And our nearest coal source is actually right up here. But... wait, is that... Yeah, so we can... yoink that real quick. Then we can put it back down. And come over here. Put it back down, like, right here. Oh, of course, there's a piece of water right there. I don't know. That's sure. No, actually not sure. I can sculpt it down later. Just start researching anything that... Yeah. Do we have miners right now? Yes, waiter, one piece of water, please. Yeah. Oh, now we have biter research data. Okay. Cool, I can just craft a car. Okay. I don't need much coal. I just need enough to make some plastic with. Grab a power pole. I see where I can... I hate that so much. Oh my gosh, I need 3 more. Give me another underground pipe. Now that can go under there. And bada boom. I need yellow arms. I need to do that. Cool. Plastic and sulfur done. For now. Now, we'll do blue science, which takes red circuits, which take green circuits and electronic components, which take glass, silicon, and plastic. Quartz and so silicon and glass come from the same place. Plastic we already have. So that's the electronic components. I need to make wood and copper, cables. I want to. What are the rates it wants? So one can do 0.25. 0.37. I can just assume that each one is a third. So 3 is 1 per second. Sure. Let's just go like that. That's... So I just made 15. That's only 5 per second. Okay. 10 per second. 15 per second. There. We're gonna go grab a bunch of gears. Oh my goodness. I realize now the sonar sound I was hearing is coming from the game. Ah, here we go. Oh, well, hang on. We already have... How many of the components? We've got green circuits and copper cable right here. And the electronic components are just a matter of getting the glass up, or getting the plastic up here. Or maybe even doing electronic components down there and getting those up here. Conveniently, green circuits and copper cable are already on the same belt, too. Not super quickly, but... What kind of space are we looking at? This area? That's pretty good. Hmm. Oh, how long have we been streaming? 28 minutes. It took me 28 minutes to realize that I did in fact need my clipboard. Chair stream pog. Okay. Oh, so now... What? Ooh, my passport. What even is that? Oh. Early sketches of the room. I'm gonna take out a bunch of clean bases. I've been using a lot of graph paper lately. It's a problem. Anyways. Oh shit, I gotta put that back in. Okay. Red circuits. We need red. We're doing red circuits. One red circuit, one machine makes 0.37. One tier 2 assembler. 0.37 per second. I'm gonna say 3 makes 1 per second. We want 15 per second. That's 15 times 3. Holy fuck, my brain just turned off. 45. That is 45 assemblers. 45 assemblers for the red circuits. 45 assembler... No, not necessarily. It's just... Okay. Red circuit. Red circuits have 3 ingredients. They take 2 per 2 seconds, 2 per half a second, 4 per second, 1 per second per machine. Okay. Green circuit, copper wire. And the components. This is a cool song. I haven't heard this one. Or at least I haven't heard the start of it. Maybe, I think I have heard. I probably have heard it. I have almost 1,000 hours on this game. I've probably heard it. I just didn't recognize that part. Okay. We need... So, I'm just gonna say each machine needs... No, because every 4 machines would count as 5 machines. There's a calculator mod for this. I stress my brain so much trying to think about it. Fucking 15 per second. Takes 15 per second. And then 30 per second for the other two. I'll just say that. It just takes a red belt. Green circuit. Copper. Wire and electronic comps. Of those, green circuits make 0.75 per second, because of course they do. Which means... Ugh. Just fucking build it. I want to get it right the first time because it's red circuits and you need a lot of them. I'm just gonna have to cry about it, I think. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I can play Factorio tonight. My brain is not in a math mood. I'll finish clearing out the area, but I don't think we're playing Factorio tonight. The expedition didn't even come out yet. On No Man's Sky, so... That's better than nothing. Yeah, I don't know what day the expedition's supposed to come out now. I imagine within the week, but I could be just wrong. It could be like 2 weeks. Clear this out too. Yeah, at some point the tree's gotta start fighting back, right? Damn, that forest took all of our grenades. And we don't have that many shotgun shells left. Kinda just enough to clear this stuff out. I'll make sure to get at least like these 3 chunks cleaned up. And that should be more than enough room to do what I need to do, I don't know, tomorrow. I don't plan on using this chunk too much, but it could be a deposit chunk. I could have this as the depot. Because we're going to be making a lot of things here. I mean, it's a big area. This whole section is clear. That's crazy. That's like... This will be by far our biggest factory. Ugh. I should just do it. No, we played Factorio yesterday. I'm surprised I even wanted to play it a little bit today. Look at this screen say like the main menu screen for Crastorio is so cool. This is what endgame looks like. Or this is like beyond endgame. This is like you're mega basing just for the fun of it. Hmm. The question is, who's playing Factorio? Oh, him. Let's... Titanfall has an update. What? I'll show you guys this game. This is a fun one. Robot fighting game. We can work on making a new build or something. I don't know why it has like night mode on. Continue. Oh. There we go. This is our robot. This is what we're going to be playing with. I'm actually going to change this out for something else. Where's the laser gun? Swap that for now. Anyways, we're just going to jump straight in. It has multiplayer. Nobody plays it. So, you get to play missions over and over again. It's so fun. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yeah, so anyways, this is pretty hard. I haven't been able to beat it without a cheese build before. But we have a very strong build now, so maybe this will be the time. One guy has like all explosives, and in this game, explosives do a really good job stunning you. So he basically instantly stuns you every time. The ideal mercenary. No, this isn't Factorio. Our brain is, oh, you're dead. Yeah, our brain's fried, so we're playing this instead. Our Zoom meeting keeps crashing. RIP. I am Raven. Oops. Oh. Yeah, so every time you hear that beep beep, it's missiles locking onto us. Ah. I just stunned them! Oh, you're right, you don't hear game audio. Oh, this is... We might die. I literally have it labeled, don't forget to change this. So that I don't forget to change it. And I keep forgetting to change it. Okay. We're good.
Let's see how far they can fly.
Yeah.
On borrowed augmented human
Yeah, so anyways...
C461. We're not here to take back the Raven name. However, we will see if you can do it justice. Apologies for the delay, Chartreuse. Oh, you took your sweet time. King is toast, in case you were wondering. Careful you don't want
Yeah, that's what I thought would happen.
borrowed wings.
Okay.
You must be Raven. Not a name I expected to see attached to a hostile AC. You know our priorities, Chartreuse.
Oh.
Let me deal with this.
Give me a break, King. That bossy attitude of yours doesn't do you any favors.
Together, Chartreuse. This is more of a challenge than I'd anticipated. I haven't seen anything like this since...
The other one doesn't do anything to you, she just stuns you.
You're strong. Worthy of your name.
King, pull your head out of your ass and withdraw.
AC Astrocraft deployed. I'm picking up another AC.
Okay, here's Raven.
Do you read me, Raven? Your imposter must be an augmented human C4621.
Then they get a free hit because...
The Raven name.
cutscene, I guess.
However,
Can you put down your shield, please?
if you could do it justice.
Pretty please?
Apologies for the delay, Chartreuse. Oh, you took your sweet time. King is toast, in case you were wondering. Careful you don't wind up like him.
Come on. Stun, please. Stun.
Cannot fly on borrowed wings. Seems our game
Oh. Okay, my idea is get both of them low and then kill King so that Raven doesn't spawn until the other one is basically dead. Umberox.
You must be Raven. Not a name I expected to see attached to a hostile AC. You know our priorities, Chartreuse. Let me deal with this.
Okay, he wasted that this time, that's good.
King. That bossy attitude of yours doesn't do you any favors.
You're strong.
Okay, so I did not what I said I was gonna do. Pretty much immediately.
Your ass and withdraw.
AC Astrocraft destroyed.
I got carried away and he died pretty quick that time.
This isn't right. It's the Gen 4. You belong in a museum, not an AC.
Ah.
Another AC.
Skip.
Augmented human C4621.
I hate this bitch so much.
Back the Raven name.
Okay.
rocks destroyed.
It's at least a 1v1 versus Raven.
Take it from here, Chartreuse. We've lost both of them.
1 AC left, Raven.
Oh, they're fast.
A raven is a symbol of resolve. The will to choose what one fights for.
Stay focused, Raven. No, Raven. You can't give up yet.
I'm not. They're just.
Yes, Raven.
They're just really fast.
This mercenary has potential. Raven, we can still.
Okay.
We'll watch this one.
She wasn't expecting that.
They go on a raven's wings.
All enemy ACs destroyed.
She wasn't expecting us to just face tank the missile. And that is 3 boss fights back to back, 2 of them simultaneously.
No new messages.
No new messages. I bet you Ire has something to say. Whoa, look at that.
I've looked into Branch, the independent mercenaries who attacked you. It appears they don't have a fixed membership. Instead, they maintain independence and anonymity with a revolving door of select mercenaries. Now, it seems they've left it to you to champion the
Blah 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 blah. I've heard you a million times. Okay. This was a mediocre option. See, I want to use these ones, but over here you can see their EN load is really high. And their weight is even higher. That weight is the important part here, my bad, not EN. You can see we have like no room to spare. But we are also just that light. 60k is like about as light as you can get without just being paper. Yeah, that overloads. This overloads. These also have really low total ammo. You have a limited amount of ammo per mission, and they don't have much. So maybe we stick with the Zimmerman. Maybe we stick with the Zimmerman. Maybe we go for the Harris. I don't know. The Zimmerman's a shotgun. It's the typical option for. It's the typical option for melee builds like we are.
Raven, I have a personal request to ask you.
Yep. She wants us to go pick up some lore.
I've taken a few liberties. Walter thinks you've gone on a geological survey. Thank you for doing this for me, Raven.
Walter is our employer. He bought us out of prison, and now he pays us to be his mercenary.
Let's get started, Raven. I've already located several wrecks that we should be able to recover data from. I'll send the marker data.
Oh, I hit the rock. So Zimmerman.
PCA craft data. I'll exchange it for credits and send them to you later. Coral is able to conduct data and can influence digital equipment. The effects of the coral surge must have brought some of the wrecks back online. Let's see what we can find.
Can I fly, please? That was almost so bad.
That's an old bow CC. The Rubiconians used to pilot these.
Mayan, father. Okay.
This seems to be a recording of Domayan, the Liberation Front's ideological leader. But this appears to be something exceptionally personal. An older generation of AC.
Coral tide is rising at an abnormal rate. This resonance suggests some kind of mutation. Run the calculation. How much time do we have? 47 hours, 2 minutes, 16 seconds. We still have time. Deploy Ibis.
According to the timestamp, this was recorded 2 days before the fires of Ibis. This seems to be about the warning signs of the calamity, right before it struck. Another old research institute I see.
Assistant number 1 has lost his mind. His research has utterly consumed him. Granted, there may be some logic to C-pulse sensory augmentation of human subjects, but no ethical scholar would ever dare cross that point of no return. Mankind is driven mad by possibilities. What does Coral represent, if not sheer potential?
This is about the first augmented humans. The same coral technology that created you. But without it, we never would have made contact. I'm not picking up any more data stores. If this outing has made you think about Rubicon's past or the nature of Coral, then it was all worth it.
Oh, this isn't the mission I thought it was. I thought this was the one where the mine blows up.
We got Michigan.
We get Michigan.
Arquebus met him. I gave them the heavy warship fleet. In exchange, Balaam's in charge of putting down the beast. They also offered some top Vespers. Guess they don't trust us. Better than nothing. I'll provide what support I can.
This guy doesn't know it, but the Vespers are gonna sabotage him. That's why they offered them.
Or whatever, and that hound of Michigan. Don't underestimate 621.
And then there's just Walter standing up for us. Blah, 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 blah. Walter's backstory is basically He's the son of one of the scientists that destroyed like half the human race or some shit. You heard Ire.
621.
Shut the fuck up.
You're a famous mercenary.
You heard Ire mention it, the fires of Ibis. That was an event that happened X amount of years ago, and it was a coral collapse. Coral is a form of fuel in this universe that is also a vessel for souls to be in, I guess, and that's what Ire is. She's one of those souls in the coral. Don't ask me how that works, I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, so Walter's dad was one of the guys that blew up half the universe with the coral, and he feels like he needs to right his dad's wrong and destroy coral forever. We'll go fight Ire. These are just specific boss fights you can go and play.
Raven, I realized something while I was checking through the
This one is Ire.
If that AC uses coral technology, then I should be able to effectively pilot it myself.
Uh-huh.
Activating combat mode.
Oh, we... Oh, she recovers so fast. One of the stats you can spec into with your mech is how quickly they recover from being staggered, and it can really mess some people up. I just did it again on accident. So there's this tech you can do in the game called the Demon Blade, and I just did it 2 times on accident. But basically, the purpose of it is to make this attack way faster. And it gets it way faster. Not taking that, thank you very much. Yeah, she's... We got good at fighting her, and then we stopped playing the game for a little bit. You can see she's actually using the same sword as us. That was my bad. I forgot my keybind to do my assault boost. And she didn't even get hit by it, she popped her shield up. This fight is so dorky. She does not know how to deal with the wall, and I don't know how to deal with her not dealing with the wall. Ah! It also felt like my robot was stuck that whole time. Maybe I just wasn't dashing for some reason. There you go. Anyways, that's what it looks like when two Coral builds fight. Coral gear is the red stuff you're seeing.
Raven.
It's all the flashy red light stuff. Um,
I believe I've
both of our back weapons on the left are Coral weapons. And then everything on her is a Coral weapon. That's her whole thing. Coral weapons hit really hard and take a fuck ton of energy. I'll show you like how in depth like the building of ACs gets. So this is the list of all your general stats. This is just your AC. We can go into like weapons and stuff, and then we get this whole piece over here. It's like, here, I'll show you. This is the Coral Oscillator. This is the one that does that big old beam that I was showing you guys, the one with the Demon Blade. 1400 attack, that just means it does 1400 damage when it hits you. Impact is how much it staggers. Accumulative impact is how much of that stagger sticks around. Different weapons might have different, like, accumulated versus direct impact. So, like, right when you first hit them for 1 second, if you don't damage them again for 1 second, it'll drop down to this. They'll, like, heal some of the impact. Consecutive hits is just how many times you can combo the weapon. Charge attack power, this is that laser beam. You can see it does a bunch more impact and stuff, and damage. Direct hit adjustment, these are your crits. When you stun somebody, you do bonus damage based on this number. This is a percentage of a multiplier, so 210% more damage. So if I hit somebody who is staggered with the charge attack, it's going to do about 4,000 damage. PA interference is how good it does against shields, and cooling is how long it takes before it can do its next attack. Weight and EN load are stats that tie it into the whole of your AC. EN is how much energy your AC has to use, and weight is important because that plays into your speed and obviously how much weight you can have in other places. If you have a really heavy gun, you probably need to have really heavy arms, which means you probably can't have a super heavy chest piece, because you're also going to have heavier legs to carry that extra weight. And it gets pretty in-depth pretty quick. You have shoulder weapons, all the same kind of stats. Helmets, so you have attitude, stability. I forget what this one is. So attitude stability is how much stagger you can take. Like, how big is your stagger health bar? System recovery doesn't actually do anything. It's supposed to help you get unstaggered, though. And then just scan stuff. Scanning's kind of useless in the game, except for like 2 missions that force you to use it. Chest piece, this is where you're going to get probably the majority of your health from if you're a tank, or the majority of your energy from if you're not a tank. Attitude stability again, this is how much stagger you can take. Lighter pieces typically have less attitude stability. Booster efficiency adjustment, this is how good your boosters are. Someone who's using the same booster as me someone who, like someone else could put on the Kikaku, and they would be moving slower than me if they had a different chest piece, because my booster efficiency is so high. There's a couple pieces, like the Noctire has the highest booster efficiency, but the Noctire sacrifices, like, I mean, you can see it. It's got generator supply and booster efficiency and then nothing else. But it's super light. That's another benefit of the Noctire. Over here you can see boost speed. For reference, swapping to the Noctire and getting a lighter and also better booster efficiency only takes us up 1 unit of speed. I don't know if it's kilometers, miles, units, whatever the fuck. Quick boost speed is how quick your actual boost is. So like how fast you're moving during your dash. Legs dictate how much. Thanks for taking care of that, Tammy. Legs dictate how much the rest of you can weigh. Every leg piece has a load limit, and you can't exceed that load limit. So down here, that's what this arrow is the load limit of my legs. They also dictate your jump distance and jump height, which can be very useful for high-speed builds. Typically, heavier, bulkier legs that can hold more have worse jump distances. If we look at these guys, the Kankles, they've got amazing load limit all the way up to 85,000, but they can't jump. So, but in exchange for that, they gain a bunch of defensive stats. So, up to you. There's different types. There's bipedal legs, which have they're just kind of the all-around legs. They're decent at jumping, decent at hovering, decent at being on the ground. They're actually good at being on the ground. Then there's reverse joints, which they excel at jumping, but they don't do good at staying in the air. They also have bad attitude stability, so it's really easy to stun somebody using reverse joints. There's tetrapods, which have the opposite. They're high stability and do really good at hovering. In fact, they're the only legs that have a hover mode. You can just get up to a certain point, click your button, and just hover there. So these guys are really good for kite builds. And then obviously they have a light, medium, heavy option. And then there's the tank treads, which give you a lot of load limit and a lot of stats. But they take away your thruster and give you their own thruster and speed stats and stuff. These guys make you just objectively the tankiest thing in the game. There are no other legs that compete with this number. All of these stats are insane. If you want to counter this guy, their only weakness is energy weapons. As well as the fact that they're slow, but energy weapons mostly is what you're looking to use to counter them. This one is supposed to be kind of a hybrid between tank and tetrapod. It's good at hovering, but it doesn't have the hover mode. It does also have high just boost speed for being a tank tread. And then there's the wheelchair. These ones go so fast. That's a good idea, Spork. Yeah, these tank treads go so fast, but they are terrible in the air, so you're forced to kind of stay on the ground, which not jumping is a hard habit to break, or a hard habit to make. You've got your booster. This has a bunch of different stats. So this group is your quick boost. This is your dash, dodge, whatever you want to call it. This is how fast that dash is moving. This is how long you're doing this speed for. EN consumption. EN is you have an energy bar that if it runs out, you have to wait for your generator to refill. And you can't dash again in the meantime. And your weapons also do less energy weapons do less damage if you're redlined. Quick boost reload time, that's how often you can dash, and then reload ideal weight. Different boosters have different ideal weights, and if you go above that, then your reload time starts to take a hit. So, like, this guy wants me to be below 75,000, which we are well below. We're only 60,000 weight. But if I had maybe a different set of bipedal legs, I could easily be up at 75,000 and start taking a hit to my reload time. AB and AB thrust and AB EN consumption is your assault boost. This is a like high speed fly mode that you can go into. It's longer term than just like dashing towards an enemy. You also gain ACS, or you gain stagger resistance. You're harder to stagger while you're assault boosting towards someone. So if you're a melee build, assault boost is really good to close the gap between you and someone, so that you can try and minimize the amount of stagger they get built up on you. Because typically melee builds are just go as fast as possible and just like a common thing with melee builds is literally outrunning the missiles. Like they don't have to dodge them. They just pretty much anything they do, as long as they don't dash into the missile, they will get away from the missile. So missile kite builds tend to not do super good versus melees. However, aerial kite builds tend to do really good versus melees because melee weapons have a very hard time hitting people above them. Also, typically their legs aren't the best at being in the air. Being in the air also increases the amount of energy they're consuming, which means they won't be able to do their melee charge attack when they stagger you, which means they're not going to be able to capitalize on the stagger that melee builds need to. Speaking of melee, this last pack down here is melee attack thrust and melee attack energy compensation. When you... I can show you guys this right now. When you go to melee somebody, except for a couple melee weapons. So this will be easier to show if I swap this for a different one. Okay. So, and I have to have an enemy. Please turn there. Okay. So, when I melee somebody, it does that long dash attack. That is the melee thrust. The speed of that is the melee thrust. And then that takes energy, so the EN compensation is how much energy it takes. If you're not going to assault boost at somebody with a melee build, the best thing to do is kind of you can sprint cancel your dash attack, and you go really fast. Over on the left, you can see there's a speedometer. Like, I go up to like 800 units of I go up to like 800 speed units, whereas with this I'm only going 400. So you can get going very fast. But it takes a lot of energy, and if you don't know what you're doing or mess up and aren't able to actually capitalize on getting that close, you can be caught in pretty hot water because you'll be out of stamina and then you can't dash anymore. Or you could be like some melee builds that run the coral generator. And this is a good time to get into generators, being part of one of the 3 inner pieces. There's different kinds of generators. Coral generators are unique in the way that this number is ridiculously high. Compared to other generators, like if you watch this post-recovery EN supply, it's just not nearly as high on any other generator. Like, even the mini coral one isn't nearly as good as the big coral one. So this post-recovery EN supply is, I'll show you. So down at the bottom, my stamina is empty. You'll watch it jump up. So the post-recovery supply is a set amount of your stamina bar that you get just for waiting a certain amount of time. Like, you will always get that right away, and then it'll recharge the rest. Coral generators have terrible supply recovery, so they're super slow, but you can see you get 3/4 of your energy back just for waiting the time that it wants you to. Energy firearm spec, if you're running one of these 3, in reality, one of these 2, either most people are going to use this one because it gives you higher energy budget, or if you want to spec into like a single energy weapon, this one is really good because it's a 50% damage bonus as opposed to a 28% damage bonus, but you get a bit less EN capacity. These guys are your balanced engines, I believe, or generators. They're pretty light and they have pretty good EN output, but they're not really good at anything. I don't like running them that often. I ran this one a couple times. It's got really high EN output, but other than that, it's not super useful. These guys recharge really quickly, but if you redline them, if you run out of stamina, they take a long time to come back online, so you have to be really good at not running out of stamina. And then these ones are just kind of starter ones. I think this one, the Yaba, has some use in more advanced AC builds. The EN recharge is pretty nice. There's some advanced melee builds that use it, just because if you're really good at the game, you only have like 3 dashes with it. This is the problem with it. So you have like 3 dashes, so you can't do too much at like in a row with it. You can't have long combos or anything, but you can do your combos back to back very quickly. Whereas the coral generator lets you have very long combos and be really aggressive, and then stay on the ground for just a couple seconds, and then have basically full energy again. As well as giving you a ton of energy output to work with. Your FCS, your fire control something, I don't know. This is how effectively your game locks on to enemy ACs. There isn't any real aiming in this game. You kind of lock your camera onto the enemy, and then the game follows them. And how many of your bullets actually connect is based on which of these you're using. They have close, medium, and long range, and then missile lock correction is how long missile weapons take to lock onto them. Usually I use either this one or this one if I'm using missiles. Boosters we went over, legs we went over, arms, the only special things that you need to know about are firearm specialization versus melee specialization. These are damage bonuses, so I actually do 50%. I only do 50% firearm damage, but I do almost 60% more melee damage with these arms, and they have a pretty good health stat. So these are nice for melee builds, whereas something like these ones would be your best bet for a firearm build. You don't even lose that much on melee specialization. This is because if you're running firearms, you're probably not even running a melee weapon. So this number really only affects your kick, which can hit really hard, but kicks are very dangerous to go for. They force you to hold still for a long time, so if you don't hit your enemy, it sucks to suck. You're probably gonna die. And then there's so many tanky options for arms. I wish they had more like lighter options. Chest piece we went over. Oh, we didn't go over the generator output stuff. So generator output adjustment is a number. So 20% you'd get 20% more output on your generator for using this chest piece, and it would recharge 8% faster than displayed on the generator itself. So yeah. Over here, you can see EN supply efficiency. The bigger this number, also the faster you get EN back. In fact, I think this is the only thing that actually dictates how much you get back. And this is a combination of all the other numbers that affect it, including weight and excess EN. So you can see down here, I am only using like half of my EN load. I have a huge headroom, and that's because this AC was made without this generator in mind. I was using this one, I believe, for a long time, because it's way lighter. It's like 2,000 pounds lighter. And I didn't have as much EN supply efficiency as I wanted. I only had the 3600. So my generator took a long time to recharge, and I wanted it to be faster. And the answer to that is either this guy, if you want to commit to that get good playstyle, or this guy if you want a slightly more forgiving get good playstyle. Yeah. There's expansions. These are just extra abilities you get. Probably put that one on, actually. Assault armor will do a shit ton of impact to anybody caught in the radius. Pulse armor is a short-term shield. Pulse protection is a stationary, longer-term shield. And terminal armor is a shield that automatically gets deployed, is super strong, and the point of it is to give you, like, once you die, you have like 5 seconds to kill your enemy, and if you don't, then you're dead. But if you do, then obviously you've killed your enemy and you're now fine. Kind of a rookie one. If you want a shield, just go with pulse armor. This one's practically useless. It encourages you to stand still, and you just shouldn't stand still. ever in this game. It doesn't even last that. I mean, I guess it lasts 25 seconds, but it's only got 7,000 health. It's going to get destroyed if you're standing inside of it. Assault armor doesn't give you a shield like the other ones. This one does damage, and it does quite a bit of damage if you use it that way. But most people use it as a get off of me button, especially like against melee builds, and melee builds use it as a melee builds tend to use it as damage. People tend to use it as a counter to melee builds as well, because when the melee comes in for their attack, because I mean, it's pretty predictable. They're within melee range. They're going to melee you. That's just how they that's how they play the game. That's how you have to play the game as a melee build. So you can wait for them to start doing that dash attack, and if they don't have the reaction time, then they won't be able to dash out of it before they are hit by your assault armor. They're stunned and take a ton of damage. If you have like 2 rocket launchers on board, then you can just kill most melee builds with this. Like, you just wait for them to come in on you, activate this, it stuns them, does a shit ton of damage, now they're stunned. You go and use something like this guy. Got a pretty nice direct hit adjustment, really nice attack power. They're just dead. They're just gonna die. You can use Javelin Alpha. It's got even higher direct hit adjustment and even higher attack power. You can fuck someone up with that combo. 2 Javelin Alphas and Assault Armor. But that's like if melee builds are really annoying you. And this is strictly like PvP. In PvE, I don't think there's actually any ACs that are a strong enough melee opponent to warrant going out of your way to like fully counter them. I think there's one guy that, like, if you're really struggling with him, then I guess you could use that build, but even then, like, any ranged build will take care of him just fine as well. He's not like fast, he's just kind of fast. Yeah. Oh, that's not the Demon Blade. Yeah, so like here, oh, hang on. You can see the reticle for this game. There's the enemy AC is that empty bar. That empty bar is their stagger. If I hit him, you can see it goes up and then it goes back down. That's the impact versus a cumulative impact. So that's the impact, that's the cumulative impact. You can see the 1 next to the yellow bar around him. That means my missiles are locked on. And you can see the white bar on the outside is them reloading. You can do the same thing with the Zimmerman. You can see the red bar goes up, and now it's ready to fire again. Left arm, same idea. Charge attack. It didn't take stamina for some reason, because it's a melee weapon, and I didn't move. This melee weapon doesn't have the dash attack, so its charge attack doesn't take stamina. That's why it's useful. This one does. You can see that took just a tiny little bit of stamina, because it's just a tiny little dagger. It's more meant to do the quick 3 attacks, which actually take more stamina. And also it's typically ran like this. Oops. So you fly through a lot of stamina with it. This red sword takes a shit ton of energy because it hits like that. If I swap back to the other... Go back to the oscillator, wherever it is. There it is. So this weapon, it's actually the basic attack that has a good dash. The oscillator's great. The basic attack strikes down, like it's a, you are cutting like vertically. It's the only vertical melee weapon, and you still have the horizontal laser beam. That combo right there, the laser beam into Zimmerman, is a one-hit stagger combo versus just about anybody. The blade hits really hard, and then you kind of do something like that. If you're assault boosting, you can hit your assault boost button to get out of assault boost and actually kick someone. That is a really good way of doing something called a stagger extension. If you can displace somebody while they're staggered, then you do what's called a stagger extension and it resets the timer on how long they've been staggered for. This is what sets melee builds apart from other builds, is they can stagger you for way longer than any other build because they're built into that kick. The kick also does a ton of damage if they're staggered already, so it's just a very valuable tool to get good at doing if you are a melee enjoyer. If you aren't kicking, you just are missing out on a lot of damage, myself included. There's not very many. There's not very many. There's not very many enemies in the game that warrant. Okay, that just flew right past him. But like, see, if I hadn't fucked that up there, you can just infinitely chain someone's stagger between kicking and then Zimmerman and then kick and then Zimmerman. It's really good. I'll see if I can kind of. Yeah, so you can get it a couple times. After that second kick, it'd probably be best to go for your Moonlight Charge attack. That'll get more stagger on them. And then at that point, they either die like that guy or they're about to die, and you can just Demon Blade them from across the map. Let's see if I can actually Demon Blade. Oh no, that has to do with... Okay. Oh. Okay. I think I had the timing on that wrong. You can switch between like hard locking your camera. This is hard lock, so as soon as the enemy's back in, it's going to try. It's like if I take my hand off the mouse, it will not let go of this guy. Like no matter what he does, my screen will always be looking at him. But the second I move my mouse even a little bit, it detaches. So if you're playing on keyboard and mouse, you have to get really good at not moving your mouse to use it, but it can be very valuable because it aims for you. Having hard lock enabled, at least while you're going in for a kick, can be very good. It kind of guarantees that you'll get the kick off. Whereas I prefer to play in this mode where rather than locking your screen, it'll lock your reticle to the enemy. and it lets you have a lot more control of your screen and helps a lot with motion sickness and just not getting yeah. Anyways, I've told you everything I know about Armor Core now. I clicked the wrong button. I meant to quit game. Okay. I just want to quit the game. Just let me quit the game. There. Let the stream tweak out for a second while it rescales everything back to the right resolution. And we're good. Yeah. There's not much to do in No Man's Sky. We already tried Factorio, it's just not it for us. Not today. I don't know. I'm kind of just hanging out. Show you guys how bad I am at Hades. Before I forget, don't forget to change this to the game you're playing. Because this game did just come out recently, I am going to say spoilers ahead. This is a game that's very fun to play through blind. You have been warned. It's a very good game. Aspect of Thanatos. We're one nightmare away from maxing it out. I don't know. We just don't have the stuff to upgrade this yet. And Thanatos is already... There was one that's like if you're not using... +3 Death Defiance. I don't know, we'll upgrade that one.
This potential. There we are. My altar.
There. Oh, we foretold a prophecy. That means we get some resources. Hey, Moros.
This wasn't on the list before.
I'm tempted to buy another 15 kilograms printer filament while the Black Friday sale is still going. It's basically saving future money. It's basically, yeah.
The depth of your understanding has no end.
Moonlight, guide us.
To your success.
Goodbye, Mr. Secte. We will return. Okay, what is this screaming at me about?
Insights.
I don't know. Okay, if we need one more fear. Kill Prometheus with the jetpack. Kill Cerberus with the skull. Kill Eris with the torches.
The oath beckons. That fear may spread.
Sure.
My vows are made.
Okay. Skull, jetpack. We'll do jetpack. I really like the... Then I need to go
Just
up.
like Typhon. The warrior sigil.
Ares.
In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
A student of death, to have confronted monstrous Typhon with such zeal, while my kin insisted that I act upon the violence spiraling out of control, and I do wish to see your prowess, so here, a first of many contributions to the cause.
Your attacks deal more damage. Yes, please. Let's go fishing.
All right, fish. Hooked one.
Gotcha.
See 'em.
Accept.
You talk to Mum and Dad face to face. Not even I get to
Do that much.
Must have been right nervous meeting them. Or may have not, considering what you did to get there.
Hmm. Anvil ring is a really good one.
Felt that.
Anvil ring pairs really well with other ones too. He's got another room down there we can go to. Let's go to Aphrodite's room first.
Pylon destroyed.
What are we ever going to do about our poor summit? That ugly Typhon made it all the way out here, and he's been ruining everything. Well, we are not going to let him walk all over us.
Okay. Ooh, glamour gain.
Next up.
Next up, we're gonna go talk to Hephaestus and see if he gives us a slightly better boon that would be better to upgrade. Get it, Rocky.
In the name of Hades.
Hmm. This is a pretty good one. Oh wait, no, this door is the one that takes us to the extra room.
For me.
Dun, 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 dun. The soundtrack for this game is... They did such a good job again. I'm getting stuck on weird shit. Hi, Medea.
Another nectar bottle you can spare on my behalf? Oh, this shall be a splendid compliment with several much less pleasant ingredients, whose aroma this ought to disguise.
I shudder to think what concoction you have in mind, though trust you shall make use of that in service to our cause. What are these pylons doing everywhere, Lady Medea? They control the barrier before the docks, that much is clear. Perhaps the Titan's legions use them to coordinate attacks.
They are the product of a very sick mind, imprisoning so many shades in the tiniest enclosures wherein all their psyche may be drained. Can you imagine, sorceress?
That's a fair point. I didn't even think about that.
That's terrible. I hadn't realized the pylons worked that way. Though who keeps fixing them? You even have one here.
The hideous thing won't seem to go away.
Hmm.
It keeps rematerializing practically each night. Though I get so caught up with all my cauldron work, I seldom pay it any heed.
Okay. Gain magic. What do you mean you can't hear the game again? I literally see it putting out audio right now. I'll redo it, but which one did I just pick? I don't know. I assume you can't hear it now. However, I assume you can hear it now. I don't know. Okay, we grabbed the magic one on accident. That's okay.
The barrier's weakening.
Silence. Your specials launch and fly 80% faster. Specials gain plus 5 consecutive hits on the same foe. This one.
Now to head back. Where else?
Double Centaur Heart's about to go crazy. Oh, it's... Wait, no, it's not the room I thought it was.
Hold still in their shades.
Aw, yeah. Yo, we got 75 health. We got 3 Centaur Hearts from this one room. Okay, well, what else is there? We'll grab an Ares one. Mutual destruction, gain 2%. Gain a chance to deal 200% damage that increases the less health you have remaining. No thanks. This could be pretty good.
Blood and darkness. Barrier destroyed.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Let me show you the way.
Boom.
I call upon the moon and draw you down.
That foolish Titan. He is a wicked Typhon, the most terrible monstrosity that ever lived. They still bear my scars from when we first clashed very long ago. Together we did vanquish him before. We shall have to manage it again. The path you face.
I think I really liked Top Tree.
Thy grace of night.
Grab another Hephaestus boon. Furnace Blast. I was hoping to get that one, but purple. Hi, Chiron. Chiron.
We vanquished Typhon, at least for the night, my lord. Hermes ensured that I was well supplied. Plenty of gold for you lately.
Let's go fight Polyphemus. This guy's boss song is pretty cool.
Who's disrespected me like this? Nobody took my sheep, took my eye.
Yes, well, sometimes we've no one to blame but ourselves.
Nobody's gonna pay for all that someday, but you're gonna pay right now.
There we go. This weapon does so much damage. This is why I haven't used it much yet.
Fast asleep again.
The first run we got it, we just went all the way through to the end of the game and almost beat the final boss. Just like first try. Have we taken enough damage for this yet? Nope. Let's go.
The beam.
Let's grab Selena's. We're using her weapon. We can use her charm. Rifts of Thessaly. Aw. Yay, now we get a bunch. Yeah, we get 8 upgrades.
The path across the sky.
Oh, now we have to pick between Ares and Hephaestus. I'm sorry, Hephaestus. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit more afraid of the god of war than the god of the forge. Though... Actually, this could be pretty good. Yeah, I know. I thought about that. Ow. Okay. Back to work. Sure. Hermes. Hermes is gonna give us a little care package of heals here in a bit.
Thank the fates. Looks valuable, Rocky.
Oh, hello.
You won't be stopping me, Charybdis.
I haven't fought Charybdis in a while. Dun -dun 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 -dun. Oh. Okay.
Don't get in my way. Hear me, on my authority.
Rushing damages surrounding foes. Sure. Oh, actually, I should have taken the health one, probably.
More bruises.
Bones. That are purple for some reason.
Almost finished.
Okay. Now... I think this is the last one before we go fight Eris.
You shouldn't have crossed me.
Nope, not quite yet. I didn't think that guy'd be able to hit me, but I am but a fool. Oh boy.
There it is.
You get to just play so safe with this one.
The scent of blood.
Oh. This is what Charon, like, just his ship looks like.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Based on 20% of your armor, and you gain some now. Sure, we're getting ready to go fight a boss. Goodbye, Charon.
Guide you into the purse. You're in my way. Okay, what in the hell is that you've got on, babe? You could use a change of style, sure, but this is way out there. Oh, you must be referring to the black coat. You're right, that is not necessarily my preference for attire, but it's not primarily for show. You'll understand. Wait, I remember the black coat. So that's what it looks like? And I thought the adamant rail looked ridiculous. Nyx had such bad taste.
That's crazy. She is literally your mother. Oh, okay. Oh, she doesn't drop the tracking when she dashes. That's even nicer.
Another golden apple. The hunt begins. And caught.
Shrimp.
I caught a shrimp.
I caught a shrimp.
Made it.
Okay, next boss is Prometheus. Yeah, he's the one that we need to beat. Okay.
Try another one, maybe.
Keepsake's effect has expired for the night. We kind of already had up a lot of boons. We can run with this now. Now we're full health, we just have to keep it that way until we get to Prometheus. What do you mean blocked? Another Daedalus hammer can be good. Rapid fire frame attacks for that. Your fully charged Omega attack has plus 100 power. That's pretty good. Mm-hmm. I have a feeling we're going to be using it a lot versus Prometheus. Up and away. And on, oh, perfect. I didn't think he was going to show up this run. I guess he can show up on the mountain now. Cool.
Good work. Fancy meeting you up here. I used to never fly anywhere near this place, but noticed somewhat fewer harpies and automaton defenses. And, well, you. Going alright, sir?
Going better than before now, thanks to you. So what do you think? Does the Mountain of the Gods live up to everything you imagined?
Mostly, yes. Considering mortals living or otherwise were never meant to see
Mm.
schoolroom. And I'd rather see you anyway, Nelly.
He's so cute.
Any of these?
Gain plus 50 the next time you lose. Sure, I just gotta make sure I don't stand in my cast anymore. I don't have enough for the health, but we can.
Target sighted.
I found something.
What'd you find? A flower. I haven't actually seen what these flowers are for yet. These guys hurt pretty bad. Oh. Dude, get your eagle out of here. Oh. Tammy Tamardine water check. Give me a minute. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take this 20% damage bonus. Thank you very much. Yummy water. Okay. No, that's like a don't get hit sort of thing, and I don't trust myself with that yet. Oh. I don't remember if we've gotten Hera's thing yet.
I am humbled to have earned your favor, and will do everything I can to honor you.
Little Borb over there.
Bound by wedlock, yet you praise me thus. I must say you are full of surprises, my dear. Or potentially just very ignorant. Or both.
Okay, we do already have her thing.
Finally met in a more proper way, my dear. You bought this mountain of ours a bit of extra time, so we are bolstering our defenses as best we can. Thus, I'm beseeching you to hurry back.
Perfect. Homer, tell me about this nest.
The mountain is not easily besieged, so the crafty Titan of Time sought winged beasts susceptible to his persuasions and capable of wreaking havoc from the skies.
Ooh.
Looks like they've made themselves at home. Sky Drakens again.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, hey Hermes. Sure. Shorter cooldown on that. More health. Ooh. I think if we have enough money. I can take Charon.
Your attention, Iris.
Olympus, accept this message.
Yeah.
Golly, is that you? What are you doing all the way up here? Good luck with your mission.
Okay. I've never seen that in my life, but a brief word.
But a Titan and unarmed. To get past me, however, I know that you know you're certainly no match for what awaits.
Perhaps you simply know less than you think. And now you're going to call me arrogant or something, I suppose.
I would have, yes. But since you've foreseen that outcome, it shall not come to pass. Well, if you truly think you can withstand
Ooh.
monstrosity, let's see you withstand me.
Okay, so he fights with his bird now. Yeah, he just moves out of the way. Okay.
Revealing his plan.
Middle. Top. Middle, middle, top. Unblockable. There's unblockable attacks. That's lame. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but I wish I knew sooner. Okay, top, middle, bottom, middle, top. No targets. See, like, I consistently struggle with this fight. This is only the second time I beat him. And this time was so much easier than the last time. Last time I beat him, it was with Lemon Oros, the Sickle and Dagger. And it was so much harder than this time. the jetpack just trivializes the game.
He's gone. In shadow I serve. Fetch, Rocky. Nicely done.
Anyways. That's still a good one. Now we have to fight through Typhon's forces. I forget where I'm supposed to go. Oh, just click on the gate.
To all our family, welcome.
Wow, these guys are kind of cooking me. We're already half health. I feel like there's...
Good find.
Claw of some sort? 3 palms of power?
One of Typhon's broodlings.
Yeah, we took damage for that. Icarus got to kill him this time. Boom. No, I want my attacks to do even more damage. Man, there's a certain material I need for the weapon I want to make, and I just can't find it. Ugh, we gotta fight the tail. Oh, those are just... Okay. Okay. And... too easy. I like that Typhon is my rear can handle your ass and just fights you with a tail. Yeah.
It fell back.
Yeah, Typhon looks sick as fuck in his own right, too.
With Seleni's grace.
Shine ever brighter.
Oh. Is it the thing we need?
Lord Hermes.
Hey, Hermes. What are you doing here?
What did you think of Pop's Palace? Finally got to see the glory with your own eyes. A serious accomplishment given you're not supposed to be up here at all.
Yeah?
The Palace of Zeus wasn't like any place I'd ever seen. It's very beautiful, but very bright. I don't know how you all could live up there. But you must feel the same about where I'm from.
Well, I for one quite like it, Dark, but I've spent more time in the underworld than everybody else up here combined. As for the palace, at least it's kept us safe in all of this.
Let's keep it that way.
$40 versus $25. We did get some.
Thanks, little one.
And this is Typhon.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're not allowed to see his health bar. Ooh. Doug. And then he summons ads. Oh, and a tail. Oh, a hand.
So this is how monsters are made.
No, he's not that part yet. Then I honestly don't know if we're gonna make it. Okay. We made it to the halfway point, maybe. Protect the palace, everyone. Okay. Oh, we're out of. I don't know about that one, man. You haven't killed me yet. Out of mana again. Blah, blah. We got him. Let's go. Typhon vanquished. Second clear on top side. Our cast did the most damage.
Defeat seemed certain for a moment there.
Defeat did seem certain for a moment there. You're right, Homer. But, as the kids say, we locked in. And, just didn't die.
To all my family on the mountain, let me pass.
Ultra spoilers. Ultra spoilers.
That's the sun. Does Kronos truly wish for such a place to be destroyed? Music.
The statues of all the Olympians up above us.
Only the graveyard.
Dionysus. So Athena down on the bottom over there. Dionysus, Ares, Hephaestus, Aphrodite, Artemis, and Apollo. Hermes,
Uncle Poseidon.
Hera, no, Demeter, and Poseidon, and Hestia, and Zeus and Hera, who are also right here. Spoilers.
Certainly to you. Such courage in the face of catastrophe. And our palace remains safe and secure. And further reinforced should Typhon try for us again.
You were splendid, my dear. Had things grown any more dire, we were preparing for a last resort a son of ours developed. But the cost of it is high indeed. Thus, you have saved us in more ways than one.
It's my pleasure to have been of service to our family, Queen Hera, and to see the wonders of these halls once more. Perhaps we may yet permanently dissuade Typhon soon.
And what do you have in mind on that account? Our own research has yet to yield the force that could take Typhon without also taking this entire mountain down. He's even fiercer now than when he first attacked us long ago.
I've gathered useful specimens of Typhon's...
Apollo's fucking... He's going crazy back there.
Yet have meaningful progress to share.
Oh, come now. Driving back that monster more than once is progress meaningful enough. My lord husband thought that your first such victory could have simply been a fluke.
Now, what I said, dear wife, was that a single victory against Typhon did not prove more such victories could be achieved. But now you've demonstrated otherwise, Melinoi, and spurred our hope that we shall rid ourselves of this foul menace soon enough.
Soon enough.
King Zeus, Queen Hera, by your leave I ought return with what I found, in case it leads to new discoveries about how we can do just that. Thank you all for your continued aid.
You have our gratitude in kind.
It's good to see you again, cousin. Just as I was beginning to fear my song would be tonight's sole source of cheer.
Lord Apollo, good to see you too. Please give my regards to the others. Would have liked to meet, but I'd best be getting back.
Of course, you must be on your last legs. The others surely would have liked to see you too, especially your grandmother, but they couldn't leave their posts. Please accept our apologies, and let us help you to return.
Tell Lady Demeter and everyone I wish them well. Goodbye for now, everyone. May you be safe and well when next we meet. Return to Shadow now.
Can time not be stopped? Find out next time.
Back from the palace.
Prometheus, Titan of Force.
Hey, is everything all right with you, Dora? I didn't mean to upset you with talks of Titans when last we spoke.
I'm good, Mel. I don't get mad much anymore, really, and don't get weirded out either. It's just something about the name Prometheus. It's like it meant something to me.
But Prometheus was imprisoned for eons prior to this point. If you remember him, it's from a while back.
I'd be ancient history. But I hardly remember yesterday. Don't know how come.
So real.
Long ago. Not that I do remember anything from then, except
what?
there. Just a feeling.
No need to be
Where's
concerned.
Moros? Come back.
A fated list of minor prophecies.
Whoa. Locate the 3 fates. Okay.
Successive victories. The heights of Olympus, all that you imagined at the palace of Lord Zeus. If you're to overcome such hardships to reach that point, the view had best be worth the while.
'Twas.
The palace grounds were like nothing I've ever beheld. Though everything was so vivid, I scarce could see it all. I felt as though I didn't belong there.
That you do not. Well, as long as your mountain relatives showed you a bit of hospitality in the brief time you had.
They did, but I'm glad I'm back. Our cauldron.
Ooh, moonlit essence from stars. 5 moon dust for a stardust. And we don't have any incantations we can do.
Kronos?
Ugh.
What you said to me before about my mother, that was very cruel.
Oh, right.
Can't kill each other here, but we can use our words. If we were fighting for real, I wouldn't have held back either.
I figured not.
Last time we talked to Nemesis, She basically said, Nyx didn't do anything for, like, we didn't do anything with Nyx other than just fall out of her womb. And
Right on time.
it was wild. She was so harsh about it.
Order approved. Hail, broker. You know how late it is?
Wait. My plans were done. Sounds weird.
Some garlic. Got secrets.
There we go. What should we plant? Olive branch, origin seed. I think we need mandrakes for the stuff to wake Hypnos up. So I'll plant those, I guess. Insights. This is a good one.
Moving on.
Oops.
I never
Wanted to
realized.
upgrade it. And we use this one a lot, so might as well upgrade it. Are we allowed to get the new axe yet? No. Ugh. I can, however...
Zorfet, reveal your secrets.
Toughening up.
And then we need 2 for that last rank.
The time to prove yourself has finally come.
Commander Skelemius.
So are you gonna earn the gifts of the Veil over there? Or squander your chance to get some of that eternal glory?
Eternal glory. If such a thing may come to those who manage to achieve extraordinary feats, so be it.
But our ways can change, wouldn't you say? We mustn't become mired in the olden ways of doing things. Though I don't mean to pressure you, kiddo. It's just, I think you ought to get what's yours is all.
I'll think about it.
The 3 gifts of the Veil, to be bestowed to one deserving of the title of Knight's Champion, beckon the fierce princess of the dead to prove her unequaled prowess to...
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I do know.
There's new challenges that it wants me to do, but I don't want to do them right now. Okay. We've been streaming for almost 3 hours now. That's about when I wrap things up normally, so I think I'm gonna call it. I might do stuff on the Factorio world just to get some big stuff out of the way. If I can get to drones, then we get to a much more fun part of the game to stream where I can take you guys through the process of building more, setting up blueprints to be scaled and build large factories rather than me just sitting there crafting the stuff to build said large factory. Once you unlock drones, you get to be a lot more picky about how you build things, because the drones are just, they're going to put it there for you. You don't have to go in and make all the intricacies yourself. So I might speedrun drones and get those working tonight. Yeah. I will see you guys later.